Hello and welcome back. This is Three Body Problem, Season 1, Episode 6. This is available on Netflix with audio description. I am making my way through this series slowly. Um, I'm a lot faster than I do a lot of other things, so click subscribe. Um, I'm I'm trying to get through this at a speed of getting these videos out. I don't like to binge watch. Um I like that feeling of like, oh, what did I just watch? Oh, I'm gonna sit on it. I'm gonna sit on that feeling. Episode 5 was nuts. Episode 5 was insane. Episode 6 is actually a lot more calm and cool and relaxed compared to episode 5. This is probably like the chillest episode of the series so far. This is the episode where everybody's just like, oh yeah, we got to do something. Okay, well, let's get some people together and we'll do it. And we'll talk about it like a lot. We'll get really angry and yell about it. And then the next episode will come, and I'm sure some crazy stuff is going to happen in episode 7. So this is kind of the breather episode. It doesn't mean it's not interesting. It just means that there isn't, like some of the other episodes, there isn't like some crazy shit that happens. Uh, so for Three Body Problem, that's really like a step in the right direction. Um, so there's a lot of talk about, the Earth has found out that these aliens are coming, and so they were trying to figure out what to do. The world is dramatically shifting. Obviously, people are like, oh, it's the apocalypse, and the aliens are coming, and tragedy is striking, and there are some striking images in this about people's reactions to that, and we keep sort of flashing around with most of the main characters, um, you know, and they're talking about how to develop technology and how to develop something. They want to send a probe to the aliens, and they figured out that if they build it on the moon, they can somehow build it quicker. So they're going to go build some stuff on the moon. That's where we leave this episode. That and the realization he tried. I, I, the main guy. Not there is no main guy. The sort of ambiguous spy character, whose name escapes me, but who kind of set up the whole thing in episode 5 with the boat, and walked in and was like, I can show you my credentials. If you need to see them, then maybe you're not the right person. That guy. At the end of the episode, he's the one with the mic drop. He's like, we're not sending them a satellite. We're sending them a person. Dun dun. It's just like, what? You're gonna send a person through at light speed? Anyway, this series is so much for them throwing away our science. They didn't really do that much with that, by the way. They just sort of mentioned the fact that these things exist, and they're trying to figure out a way how to, have these collider things not be disrupted by them. Um, anyway, this episode was fine. I actually didn't mind the fact that we just kind of stood around and talked, because this episode is so science fiction that sometimes it needs to do some explaining. It's, Lucy, you got some explaining to do. Yes, it's subscribe, because you never know what I'm going to say in the middle of a review, like a random I Love Lucy reference. Um, yeah, uh, it's just it is what it is, and honestly, after episode 5, where I think like the budget of the show probably went to episode 5, then yeah, they needed episode 6. They were like, well, we'll just move the budget from episode 6 into episode 5, and we'll be fine. Let's combine the budget, and then in episode 6 they can just talk about stuff a lot and prep for it, and that'll be great. So yeah, this is a pretty simple episode. If you've been horrified by anything else, there are a couple things in here that might be like, you might concern you, as there always are. Anytime we talk about like an alien apocalypse, there's always, now we have to have some people who take that the wrong way and, you know, decide that suicide is the way out. Anyway, so there's some images described that may or may not concern you, but I like Three Body Problem. I'm gonna give this episode an A minus. Darren Polish doing a great job with the audio description, so I got no problems here. And I will watch another episode and see you guys on the other side.